Number 2 of 1 about the tools. Last time when I was talking to you guys, I was putzing with this tool drop that it was a big nightmare. So anyways, we're still going through them. But like I said, I had to toss these out because as you can still see, my drawers won't shut. So then this was the Phillips, and Phillips are the same way. Like Mako has always a weird, funky color. I don't know why Mako has that. But I know every brand of one of these screwdrivers just by looking at their handle. I can tell who, what, when, where, when I bought it. It's weird how you remember every little stupid-ass screwdriver that you pay 30 or 40 bucks for. Either like an asshole, like some of you said, like a dummy, or not. But if you look at this one, I bought this screwdriver about 20 years ago. And look at the state of it. Minty. Maybe not 20, maybe 15. Well, it's 2017. I got them in 2000. Yeah, I got a nice whole set of those red guys. Of course, they're all broke up and all over the place now. This is my go-to Phillips right here. Because I got my Torx bits in the top, all that. It's a ratcheter, and this is a 2-to-1. It ain't 3-to-1 like that one ratchet, but it isn't 1-to-1 either. It is a 3-to-1. Here I keep the line lock wrenches. These are for the Ford gas lines, fuel lines, intakes, intake plenums, freaking dudes with blowers with special crimp lines. Any crimps or sizes or line size or any reverse line spring loaded lock, I got the tool for it in here. And of course, those are color coded from yellow all the way up to, well, I thought red should be the largest. No, red's the second to the largest, whatever. And these are by, well, I got them from SnapOn, but I don't think SnapOn makes these. I think the tool company, you can't even read it, and I can't read it with my human eyes either. Fuck does it say on there? Spring coupler tool, a tuft. Oh no, it just says tube spring lock coupler tool. That's what it says. So it doesn't even say a brand. Well, they were from SnapOn. Don't care what anybody says. Oh, look, there's an extra one. So it's 6 sizes of lines you got there. And how these work is obviously you open the bitch. They're really tough. You open that sucker, slip it around the line, slip in one of these edges that's longer, whichever one that's longer in there, and you clip it on the line, slide it forward, even give it a tap each side with your Naga-hide mallet, and then that line, gas line, oil line, sometimes brake lines on Benzes, comes right apart like a little dream. Whoever was saying before that I couldn't build anything, and I had to say, well, yeah, I built that 71 out of a box of spare parts, but whoever said that, I just wonder, what do you think a fucking guy would do with all of these tools? This is just the top. You can't even close the lid. Like, what would I do with all these tools? I just want to know. I thought it was funny. I wish I didn't. This is a sickness. This is worse than being a fucking crackhead, going to waste all your money on tools. Like I said, I got nut driver drawer. I never use nut drivers either. That's a monkey wrench tool. It's just something to grab quick if you're lazy. But if anything, I always grab the one with the 1/4-inch drive NPT or the 3/8 drive NPT. I haven't got a half drive, but I use the 1/4 and the 3/8 and I just slam a socket on it. So yeah, now I got all this extra space in one drawer. It's freaking awesome. Of course, there's my top of my dresser for my tools. So room is not a luxury that we have here. The real estate on my toolbox is more pricey than frickin' New York City. Yeah, I can't build nothing, you guys, honest. I never built a house or garage, took corporations and made them have milling machines on 7 floors that all were operated with power that cost $3 billion a pop. No, I never did none of that. Yeah, I never did. This is another cart full of throw-out stuff. That's a whole tap and die set I'm going to hopefully sell for a little couple bucks. But what a disaster, folks. What a freaking disaster. I guess I'm going to go back and show you a couple more tools. I did my wrench drawer, so as a result, there's literally thousands and millions of wrenches in there. Obviously, I just kept my big stuff, those big shorties. The big guys I put all the way around the edges, and in the middle I organized them. Now, usually, I would have them organized more like this, like with metrics. Well, this is my metric drawer. This is the one I use the most, and because everything's freaking metric nowadays, which sucks. But yeah, these are my ratcheting, my offset ratcheting nut drivers, I guess you'd call them. No, someone's going to correct me on that. That's not what they're called. Well, I call it a speed wrench. That's what my dad always called it too, speed wrench. Just like these gear wrenches. Really, they're kind of speed wrenches, what they would have called them back in the day. But yeah, these are just offset wrenches. Ratcheting wrenches, offset. This is your Ford specialty tool. If you don't have this tool, on most Fords, you will never, ever, ever get the module out from under the distributor cap. This is the only freaking thing that thing is for, is this. This tool serves no other purpose. Can you find other purposes for it to make it legit that you bought this for 50 bucks? Because let's see, there was only one maker of these back in the day. Let me see if I can see who read these. They had this bitch patented, and they charged the Ford Motor Corporation to buy them. Yeah, Matco's old bitch ass. Yep, that was the only ones I could find this tool from was Matco, and he said it was patented. So you got both sides. You got the ones for the Ford that have the nut on top of the ignition module, and you got this dig-in tool that goes way in for the cap and for funky style modules. And the rest of these are all Snap-on, because I don't want to dick around. Oh, nope, these are Craftsman. Look at that. So let's see. Oh, Craftsman Professional Series, which is a good series. You know what? I must have threw my other shop box in here, because in my box, all I had was all the Snap-on. I put all the good stuff inside of my toolbox. Yeah, Snap-on. Oh, look at that. A Pittsburgh. Someone pitched in there. It's kind of odd. I didn't even know those guys made these. But yeah, for the most part. And most of these wrenches, half are Snappy, half are Cat Star, which was a line that Mac ran. They ran these tools called Cat Star. Guaranteed for life. Heavy ratchet in that sucker. Made by Mac. Couldn't beat it. And I remember I bought a whole set of those. Yeah, because they came with my other Mac ones. Now, me to you and the fence post guys, I like Mac tools the best and would have my boxes be Mac. Except for A, they were a little too pricey. And B, they weren't as good as the Blue Point and Snap-on bottoms. That's what this bottom is a Blue Point. Made by Snap-on. Yeah. $8,000 I paid for it. They wanted 12. Some of these tops I got at rummage stores. This was my first original Snap-on, which was awesome. I had this box for years. And believe it or not, I had every tool crammed in that box that you could take to work on an American car. If it was an American car, that was your box. I didn't even have these other ones. And the funny thing is, when I bought this toolbox, he took my other boxes in on trade. So he took this set of Mac top and, a Maco bottom. And he says, you know what, man? I'll give you 3 G's of trading on this at $8,000. He said, you give me $5,000, which I wound up giving him $4,100, or piss on it, wasn't going to do a deal. So anyway, he gave me the big trade-in on this, and I said, well, what do you got to do with these? He said, we have to saw these up, chop them up on purpose, video it or film it, but at the very least, we have to take the ID numbers off of the back of those toolboxes to prove that we junked them. As you can see, I'm pretty damn sure I didn't take the ID toolbox off of mine anyway, because I know mine all still have them. And it wasn't some stolen chicanery. I simply said, look, at the end of it, I was like, if you're just going to chop those up and throw them in the garbage, then I'm not paying you the $4,100 for this box cash, whatever the trade-in is, and I'm not doing it unless I can buy these back. He said, well, what are you going to give me for them back? And this is when it pays to make deals, folks, and stand on your grounds. Because I told him, dude, I'll give you $10 for the bottom and $5 for the top. He was like, $15, man. I can sell these things for, $1,000 for the bottom and $250 for the top. I said, dude, you're supposed to chop them up. What do you mean sell? I made this angle iron on the bottom of there, so it was crash proof. And all I did was took a box and put it on a custom-made table, to which I put casters, and it was freaking bulletproof. And of course, like everyone always says, you want the ball bearing drawers. If you can't have, these ones are removable. You just go tick, flick that, take the drawer out, no biggie. Some of these ones, like these guys, I think, are freaking bitch to get out. You got to, hold your screwdriver in there and bend it somewhat. It's a terrible deal. Bend these tabs in, and it's just horrible, because they only bend in and out a couple of times. So let's see, what else? Wrenches. The electrical. That's electrical. Not even going to go into it. Too much bullshit. Same with this. This is my nonsensical drawer with all the kits, steering wheel pullers, freaking seat clamps, freaking electrical stuff for amps and cars, carburetor kits, whatever promo shit I got for free, like these kind of things that they always throw you at races. What else? Ooh, there's the air tools drawer. Talk about big money. Yeah. How many guys know what this is? You flip this blade 180 and it goes out that side, and it's for a windshield cutter. But sometimes you put it here, sometimes you put it there, and it hypersonically vibrates at thousands of miles per second, or minutes, or whatever, or a year, or a decade. And it goes so fast, you just go, ooh, cut the window right out. Obviously, these are steel choppers. You use these to eat up steel. My impact guns, I got 3 of them. There's no human on earth that's going to need an Ingersoll Rand. This is an IR-231. That's the best gun in the industry. If you know any mechanics, say, oh, what's your impact gun? They'll be like, oh, it's a 231 IR. Ingersoll Rand 231. Yep, snap-on drills, reversible and forward. Boy, there's some nice tools in here, man. All your die grinder and cutter and angle tool, guys. And I think this drawer is where I keep all of those at. All of these little doohickeys. And then, of course, you got your organic ones. I mean, these are expensive. You've got to save them. Every shop I ever